Welcome everybody. Well, today I have on Lisa Gibson. You are a
registered dietitian.
Thank you very much. I was going to make sure that we got that correct, but you're with Age Well Senior Services, and in general you help a lot of people out beyond that, don't you?
Primarily, Age Well is my biggest part of my job, but I also do some individual counseling and some other type of work too.
And we're in the spring, summer, nice light food we all want, but mainly we want things that are both nutritious and are healthy, right? And easy to make.
Yes.
That's the thing. If things are too hard to make,
You're
no
not
matter
gonna
how
make
good they are.
And I also think I'm very conscious about price too.
Right.
And so you don't have to spend a fortune to eat well.
No.
And be nutritious. And that's another point I like to make.
Yeah, because as we all know, we've seen all the different things that are out there. It can be expensive.
Oh, very expensive, yes.
Definitely. So today, I know we're going to be making a salmon and quinoa and asparagus with lime cilantro sauce.
Yes.
And then we got a kind of a surprise cheesecake for us over here that we'll get to in just a minute.
It's a healthy cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, let's get started here. And what made you come up with this dish?
Well, asparagus, I think, just screams out spring.
Yeah, it does.
And so I wanted something with asparagus. I actually didn't develop this recipe myself. I found the recipe and made some modifications in it, and I think you probably do the same thing, Ken.
Yeah, exactly.
Always, I don't like this, I like this. So I've made this recipe several times. It starts with quinoa, and quinoa, I like it because it's a whole grain.
It is.
And it's high in protein and high in fiber. So easy to cook. It's gotten more expensive because it's gotten so popular, but it's really not that expensive.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting about quinoa is, it comes down from Argentina and those areas, and it was considered just a real peasant type food, and then it hit the Americas, and people kind of found out about it, and it got really expensive.
Yes.
And there's no reason for it to be that expensive.
It's popular, and that's why it's expensive.
Yeah, but it's really good, very versatile. So we got the quinoa here.
Got the quinoa.
Asparagus.
And then the asparagus, and I was just going to show a technique. I don't know if everyone knows how to cook asparagus, but the end part of the asparagus gets kind of tough. So what you want to do before you cook it is just snap off this end here. So we're just going to demonstrate this. So then I've cooked the asparagus. I've got it all cooked.
Okay.
And then the salmon is all cooked. And what I did with
got the asparagus here, so this is good.
Yep. And then the salmon, I don't know if you can see this here. I got farm-raised salmon. And again, looking at the cost and the availability. It's harder to find the wild salmon.
It is.
And there's nothing wrong with the farm-raised salmon. It's actually higher in the omega-3 fatty acids.
Is it really?
It really is.
Wow.
Yeah. It's higher in fat, too, but it's a healthy fat.
Yeah.
So.
Very good.
Yeah.
So we got the salmon, we got the asparagus. Now the third component of the quinoa, of course, and the third component is the sauce, right?
The sauce. So the sauce has low-fat sour cream and low-fat mayonnaise. It has some lime juice in here.
Very good.
And then the lime zest. We've got lime zest.
And lime zest, whenever you buy citrus, lemon, orange, we're growing oranges all over throughout the year, whatever it might be, even if you do not use that zest at the moment, you can grate it off. You use one of these microplane graters like this, and what's really nice about it, you can freeze that zest.
Oh wow, I've never done that.
Yeah, you can however much you want, and it works fantastic. So
and you can
freeze it in ice cube trays, even with a little water, let them thaw, and guess what you got?
I'm always learning something from Ken. Okay, and then cilantro. A tablespoon of chopped cilantro. Cilantro is one of those herbs you either love it or hate it.
I love it.
I love it.
I absolutely love it.
I love it. So put this in.
All right.
Just stir it up, and then Ken, if you want to start plating, so put 3 or 4 asparagus spears on the plate first.
All right. You mind if I use my hands?
No,
here?
that's fine.
Okay.
Part of the beauty of this dish is how pretty it looks when you serve it, and it's really, it would be a great dish for entertaining. Why don't you throw one more on there?
Okay, why not? We'll be generous.
We'll be generous.
There we
Let's
go.
move it a little bit more in the center of the plate, because we're not going to have anything else on the plate, so we might as well put it in the center.
And we got the quinoa here, and this is the red quinoa.
Red quinoa, that's what the recipe calls for, and I think it's the color again that really makes that nice.
I actually like the red. To me, maybe it's just the color that gets to me. To me, it has a little bit heartier flavor to it.
I
so.
think you're right too. Okay, and then the salmon.
Okay.
And these are 6-ounce portions of salmon. You can go with a 4-ounce portion,
Okay.
and that's plenty of protein.
And it looks
for
like you can just broil them, right? Or however
Well,
you did
actually,
these?
what I did, sometimes when I do this at home, I grill it outside, but I followed the recipe this time. I just put some olive oil, salt and pepper on, and cooked it in the oven.
All right.
Easy, easy, easy. So look at how pretty that looks, and then
Your beautiful sauce here.
beautiful sauce.
That really looks nice. You did a great job.
I mean, that looks like any restaurant.
It does. Very good, and not pricey to do. Really, the farm-raised salmon isn't much. Asparagus this time of the year,
On sale.
sometimes you can find for 99 cents a pound.
Right.
And whether you like the thick ones or the thin ones. In quinoa, it may seem expensive, but you're really only using a lot of it because it, of course, like rice, it kind of expands when you cook it.
This is, I did this cheesecake. I was doing a class on healthy desserts, and everyone says, what's a healthy dessert?
Right.
And a lot of people think desserts are healthy because they're either low fat, low calorie,
And no flavor.
And no flavor, right. But my idea of healthy is putting nutrients in there that you need. So
Right.
this is made out of walnuts, dates, oatmeal, and cocoa for the crust.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's
Very good.
healthy.
And that's
healthy.
what you have here.
Yes.
You've got some dates. I'm going to hold. Look at that. And you've cut these up,
Yes.
as you can see. And I'm going to steal one here. I love dates.
Dates are so good. Do you know what dates are really high in?
What?
Potassium.
Really?
Yes.
So like bananas?
More than bananas.
Wow.
More than bananas. And potassium is really a
Those
nutrient
are really good.
of importance because most of us don't get enough potassium. And actually, if you have a lot of potassium, that helps lower your blood pressure.
Yeah, that's
So-
fantastic.
so this
and you
is-
got the walnuts and you mix some cinnamon in there, right?
Cocoa.
Oh, cocoa. Oh,
Cocoa.
Excuse me.
So
that's
this
good.
is oatmeal, the walnuts, cocoa. And what you do is you put this in the Cuisinart first.
And stand back when you pour that in because the cocoa.
Yeah, the
will
cocoa kind of
make you sneeze here.
pulse it. And then you put in the dates.
Right. Should I pour them all in?
Just put them all
Okay.
in. Well, that cocoa
I
is
know.
really going for it.
We got a cloud of cocoa here.
It's like we got a magic show
All right.
here. Yeah, throw those the
All
last
right,
couple
and
on.
of course you put the other stuff in first because if you put the dates in first, it would all gum up.
Right.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, and then Ken, I'm going to put you to work. So what we're going to do now is dump all this into a pie pan.
And then just kind of spread it out?
Spread it out,
Okay.
and you can use your hands and put it up on the side. And you know, most crumb crusts rely on a lot of butter.
Exactly.
And this, the dates hold it together.
A lot of times what I do, if I don't want to use my hands, you can go around
that's
the
a good
side with
idea,
that
too.
or a cup.
Yeah.
Or you can take another pie plate of
And
a
just
similar
put it in
size.
there.
Yeah.
That's a good
So there we
idea.
go. That's looking pretty good.
Yeah, so what you do after you get that done, I'm going to cross in front
Okay.
of you. You put that in the refrigerator. And
Okay, so you don't bake this?
No, it's a
Oh.
no-bake cheesecake.
Fantastic.
No bake, healthy cheesecake.
So now we're going to work on the filling.
The filling. So you take this whipped cream cheese, which is a lower fat cream
Mm-hmm.
cheese, and it's whipped, so it makes it really light and
Oh, okay.
fluffy.
Yeah, that works a lot easier. I've made cheesecakes in the past, and of course the first thing you have to do is get the bricks of cream cheese and leave them out on the counter for a little time until they get soft.
Now I left this out on the counter a little bit to make sure it was soft. I don't need this whole one. It's I think it's 16 ounces
Okay.
of cream cheese, and these are 12-ounce
Yeah.
containers. So
Okay.
and then we put some lemon zest in, and with this we brought a
Yeah.
zester and a lemon. So I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, a little microplane. I love these. I have one, and if you haven't used one of these, the technique, well, you don't want to get this tag on there, but it's just like this. There you go.
Yep.
And you know how these were invented?
No.
They came out of the wood shop. Same company made these to rasp wood.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
I used to use my rasp from the wood shop before I had one of these.
And now
No, I'm just kidding. With the wood still in it, right?
So then we put our little lemon zest in,
Ooh.
and now, oh, here's my
And you've got some vanilla extract, okay?
vanilla extract, and
1 teaspoon of vanilla.
1 teaspoon of vanilla.
There you go.
And then we're going to put in a little powdered sugar, and I think the powdered sugar is just because it mixes better.
Yes.
And just a half a cup. And the whole idea about a healthy dessert too is we cut down on the added sugars. So we get natural sweetness from the dates. And there's a difference between naturally occurring sugars and added sugars.
Right.
And what you want to do is cut down on your added sugars. But I'll admit it, I have a sweet tooth, do you?
Yes.
And so you can get that sweet flavor in your
oh, look at, and so you just, because it's no bake,
right.
Easy mix up. And you've got the strawberries here. Those are going to go on top.
Yes, so
Okay.
the strawberries are additional nutrition for this. And,
Oh, and I didn't even see the blueberries.
strawberries and blueberries in there.
Wow.
And I added a little bit of sugar because,
Okay.
you know, at this time of year, some of the strawberries aren't that sweet, and it just really make that flavor
Can
pop.
I put these on top?
Well, I think
you
what
got a
we'll
way
do,
you're gonna do it?
I think what we'll do is I'll trade you. We'll
Okay.
dish up a piece of it.
I
and
get
then
it.
we'll just put it
Put them on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Now and then, I will buy frozen berries, and I buy them at markets. They don't have any added sugar to them.
Right.
And what's kind of nice is that you put in the refrigerator to thaw, and they create their own syrup, and yet there's no added sugar.
Right. They're
Yeah,
wonderful. And
they are, and you have them year round.
And I really like using those in the wintertime when strawberries get expensive.
Like I said, if you can't find fresh berries or they don't look great in the store, but if frozen berries are great, just look at the package, make sure there's no added sugar.
Right.
And you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to a little fancy on here. I'm going to zest a little lemon on the top.
Oh, that'll be beautiful.
There we go.
Wow. Let's do a close-up on
Doesn't that look good?
That looks delicious.
All right.
And then are we going to taste it?
We are.
Okay. The
Wow.
thing I like the best is the crust because it's almost like a cookie.
It's really good.
Isn't that
Fantastic.
great? That is good.
Lisa, it was great having you here today. Folks, we'll find a way to tell you about how you can get these recipes. It's so easy. You saw right here how easy it was to do. The key is make healthy choices, make smart choices, make flavorful choices, right?
And think about adding nutrition into a
Okay.
healthy recipe. I think so many recipes are no this, no this, no that. Or so many foods are advertised as no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Think of dates, walnuts, adding nutrition.
Exactly.
Berries are full of good nutrition.
Great,
So.
a great time for the spring, summer, all year round. Good to see you again.
Thanks so much, Ken. This was
All right.
fun.
It was fun. We'll be back.